guys, welcome. My name is Maya. I'm a student at Chamberlain University online BSN program. So they have two programs. They have in-campus and they have online. I'm gonna tell you guys about the application process and what are some requirements you need to have to get in. If you're a transfer student, you're gonna know all that because I'm one of them. And so I do the online BSN program and some of you guys do in person. So I'm doing this video so I want you guys to come along with this journey with me. And for some of you guys who want to go to Chamberlain University and probably you want to go to the online program. I know most people do like in person, some people do online. So especially for the people that do online, I'm gonna tell you much about it because that's what I do. So I know much about it. How is it going? So I'm gonna let you guys know much about the process, the application process, and so going on for you will know how my session going. I will give you guys an update every session and how like what are some classes I took, So for now, we're gonna talk about the application and the requirement to get in. Yeah. So I've been watching so much review on YouTube. They are like 2 years ago. Basically is during the COVID time, you know how most people went online. But most of the students I watched, they're like in person, So although is most of the concept is like 85% is the same, and some like when you go to like probably other classes is different for some people who are online and some people who go in person. So I do some research on YouTube like to see people that do the online version of the program, but I can't find any any reliable or any like good information to get. I'm doing this for new people who trying to go to the university, like what to know, what they don't tell you, stuff like that. If you understand what I mean. So let's go to the how. If you want to go to Chamberlain, what is the first step you gotta do? So for me, the first step you have to do, you have to call a college, and they're gonna connect you with somebody, and that person gonna give you a little brief, but not like too much, because they always tell you to attend the information session. Probably is the same day or they have like the next day, so they're gonna tell you to do that. And she sent me the email and I log in. I went in there and they talk about the program, what are the requirements you gotta have, stuff like that. So for you to go into the program, you have to be an high school graduate with a diploma. If you're fresh from high school, you can attend your college, which is good because you guys know that not all nursing school will take somebody fresh. So once they accept you, you're definitely accepted to the program. So as for me, I'm a transfer student. So during the application process, they told everyone if you have your unofficial transcript, you can email it to them so they can see what classes can transfer, what classes can transfer, So I did mine. So I'm a transfer student from a community college. So I did like a year and a half and I decided to like transfer to the nursing program, I look at different university and there's none of them suits me because since the COVID time they went online, so I get used to online, and I move. So most of the university they're like 1 hour away from me. I know that's not that far. I can drive for other thing, but I don't think I have the time to drive every day on campus to go to school. So which I can able to do at home, understand, at my own time, wake up in my own time, stuff like that. So the COVID make us lazy, which is good. I'm used to it. It's just about time management, what you gotta do. So okay, let's skip that. So I transfer my credits. I took 36 credits at the community college I was. So the requirement credit for the program is 122 credits. So I took 36 credits, so a little bit. That was good. And then I sent my unofficial transcript. I think it was around June time. So, and then the advisor get back to me She talked to me about it, the program, what are some questions I have, I asked some question and she asked me, are you ready to apply? And I was like, no, not now, because I was thinking about taking another class semester at my community college before I transfer. So during October time, I fill out the application, and then I fill out the application, but I did not see anything happen, So I was like, oh, what's wrong, And I called my advisor. I'm like, well, I fill out the application, da 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 da. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna ask you some questions and just answer them, I'm gonna fill it out for you. And I was like, okay. And then she did. And then she like, so basically when you fill the application, 2 weeks to the time you fill out your application, you have to take the SC exam. So, and then she sent me the link to the SC exam, and I booked the appointment. So what time, like the time frame that it gave me, that I'm gonna be like less busy, I'm gonna be able to be ready, And I did. I went to the website and make the appointments. So it's like a proctor you can do at home, but have somebody watching you through the camera. You have to connect to a proctor. So for me, I was tested in English and what are classes? I think I was tested in 3 classes, but I was not tested in math. I was not tested in chemistry. I think I get tested in biology, anatomy and physiology. So I took anatomy and physiology 1 and 2. And then I get tested in that. And I get tested in English. And I get tested in what class? I can't remember. I get tested in 3 classes. But some people, it might be different, Some people, they might test that in chemistry, math. I get tested, I think I get tested in history or something like that. Yeah. But some people, you might get tested in math, English, chemistry, biology. So I feel like it depends on how good you do or whatever. I don't know. But those are some classes I get tested in. So I passed with like 89%. I think the passing score is supposed to have like 76 or 78 to pass the exam. Like after I finished the exam, I called her. I'm like, I already like finished my essay exam. And she's like, okay, so now the next like process is for you to like meet with a financial somebody, understand? Because they're gonna tell you the cost of the program, like just to give you a review how you're gonna see how much is some credits. So they're gonna make you fill out it's like a plan, like show how much you have to pay. Like no, I don't know how to say it, but you're gonna accept, since we do find all of us, like everybody do financial aid. Some people don't do financial aid, some people just want to pay out of pocket, or some people have a private loan that they take, you understand? So I do financial aid. So I already did my FAFSA. And one thing I forget, so when you apply, they will advise you to apply to FAFSA for your next upcoming session. Although you already apply, or if you never apply, you have to apply for financial aid, understand? They want you to do that. And I already did that because I was going to college, and I just transferred to another school the other semester. So they told me to fill another FAFSA again for the next 2023 to 2024, which basically will start around September. Yeah, that's the new academic school here. So I already did that before they accept me. And I went into the session. They show us how to like do the financial thing, and then you submitted it. So basically that's like a rough draft. They're gonna show you how much each session. So Chamberlain is an acceleration program. Instead of 4 years, like 4 years program is basically 3 years. You can finish in 3 years. And they don't have like semesters, they have like session. So each session is 8 weeks. So like 2 sessions is a semester. So we have like 3 semester in the academic year. So why like most schools have like 2 semester, and they go by semester. Each semester is like 16 weeks. For them, they break it out into 2. So the first semester is 8 weeks. The first session is 8 weeks. The other session is 8 weeks, different classes. And for them, you're passing, you have to have a 76 to pass the classes. If not, you fail. So, you have to work hard, study. Yeah. So I did the application process, everything like that. And after that, I have to fill out some documents, I uploaded it, and they tell me like, oh, you get accepted. I'm like, oh wow, I was so happy, of course. I'm already in the nursing program, of course. That's my dream. Because you all know how to get into nursing. It's really hard. It's really hard, It takes a lot. Just the entrance is just mind blowing. So I did all of that, and they asked me when you want to start, because during that time they have like a November session to start. I'm like, no, I'm still taking classes at my community college, so I'm gonna wait a little bit till probably January session, because I finished my semester at the community college around December. So after the break, I was only having 2 weeks of break, so I started the January session. So everything through the application is really, really smooth. One thing for the online, like BSN program, once you're in the online program, maybe you get into the program, right? You're like, oh, this doesn't suit me. You can ask for a transfer to campus. One thing I don't tell you, when it comes to clinicals, even me, I just add about it, you understand, in class. You gotta travel. I live in Virginia, right? And they have a campus at Tyson. I thought that's like where I'm gonna do my clinic. I mean, I'm gonna do my clinicals in Virginia. And guess what? Chamberlain have a lot of campuses around the states. They have a lot. They have different campuses. They have Atlanta, they have New Jersey, they have California, they have Florida, they have different side, around the state. They have like over 23 campuses. So for you that do online, there's different people from different states. So when it comes to clinicals, they're gonna send you a different state to go do your clinicals. And maybe, for example, if I live in Virginia, maybe my first clinical will be in Virginia. That doesn't mean that my second clinical will be in Virginia next. My second clinical is gonna be probably Atlanta, New Jersey, New York. You never know. I might go there. So you have to be ready to travel, and they don't pay the cost. You paid out of pockets. So you have to be ready for all of that. You travel different states, different session, probably it's the last 2 weeks during your clinical session. That's the time you're going to travel. So I just want some of you guys to know this. This is one thing they don't tell you. And I'm telling you right now, because even me right now, I was like surprised. I'm like, huh? I'm not even ready for this. Like, what the heck? Not everybody's financially stable, you understand? To be travel, book flights. You know how much those flight tickets cost. A part of that, you have to pay for Uber. You have to pay for hotels. So, like for some people that have kids, they have family, they have full-time job, it can take a lot. So for you, if you want to do the online version, you have to prepare yourself for that. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Chamberlain is expensive, very, very expensive. But look, it's one of the goodest, like the best nursing school you can attend. If you look it up, they can tell you Chamberlain is #1 school of nursing. About that, it's pretty expensive. The tuition is a lot, I came from a community college where I'll pay like $2,000 for a semester, but not at Chamberlain. You might pay over $10,000 for a semester. So yeah, boo boo. And financial aid will not cover everything for you. You gotta pay out of pockets. So imagine you have a full-time job, and then you have to like work. So even if you go in person, it's the same thing. You have to work, and it's expensive. So there's none different. So yeah. So for my advice, to save much money, make sure you take all your pre-active classes at a community college. That will help you to save a lot of money, and so you don't go into the program start fresh. That will be a lot, you know. So for that, I did most of my classes at the community college until I know it's time for me to transfer, you know. So like, I don't want to keep taking much classes at the community college, and at the end of the day it doesn't transfer, and that's waste of my time, waste of my money. So I'm not gonna do that. So I decided, I'm like, okay, you know what, they're gonna be a little bit classes I'm gonna take, but I'm gonna take it at this college while I'm gonna graduate at the end of the day, like graduate fast, you know, instead of me wasting time at a community college, you know, because it's cheap. So once you take most of your classes, just like try to go into the program if you have a chance, and you know, and take your classes. So I did that, and yeah, it's going well. So that's my advice for anybody who want to go to Chamberlain. Make sure you have some pre-active classes. But if you're fresh from high school, you have your diploma, you can start fresh from there. They can give you all the pre-active classes, you can take it there, and then but that shows that you already get accepted into the program, you know, which is good. It's a good idea. That's all I want to tell you guys about the application process. So everything is pretty good. If you have a question, just like comment down below, and I will reply you. And yeah, and then I'm gonna tell you on my next video how my first session is going, what are some classes I'm taking right now. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys an update. Okay, so I just want you guys to come along with this journey with me. It's not easy, but I feel like, you know, sometimes they say when you talk about certain things, it's less pressure, and I'm trying to help people out there to know, you know, at least to show you that you're not in this alone. We are together, you know, as a team. Yep, as a team. So if you have any question you want to know about the program, just like comment down below, and I feel like my video is gonna answer most people question, because I'm gonna bring content into like I'm going through right now, my program. And yeah, all right guys, I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for anytime I post a video, you will first notify. Okay, ciao.